Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 27 of Endurance Chatter, your endurance podcast about everything, everywhere, with your hosts Ashley and Jolene. How you doing, Jolene?
I'm good, Ashley. I feel like these podcasts are getting quicker and more often, which is pretty exciting.
Well, there's just so many incredible people to talk about, and we're punching this one out really quickly because we've got the most incredible guest, Marijka Visser she represents the Netherlands in the sport of endurance, and she lives in Belgium. And welcome, Marijka. What an honour.
Hello.
Now, it's a real coup getting Marijka on because Marijka is incredibly shy. And we actually blackmailed her a little bit to get her on this.
We did. That's why we didn't dare tell anyone she's coming, because we thought we'd just keep it quiet and
100%.
beat her up in the background. She's only small, so I can just pick her up on my shoulder and off we go.
Mate, you could pick both of us up and one each shoulder. Now, the reason that we wanted to pump this out quickly is because Marijka Visser has just had the incredible honour of being one of the 3 athletes nominated for the FEI Athlete of the Year. So congratulations, first of all, for that.
Thank you.
I'm not even sure what to call it. Nomination, Marijka. What a
Yes.
surprise. Were you surprised when you had heard you were nominated?
Yeah, sure. Yes. Because
How did it work? Yeah, tell us about it.
yeah, I got the email that you are on the short list of the nominations, and no, I was a bit surprised. I mean, we had a good result in the championship, but I mean, there are so many good ones out there, so yeah, it's very cool.
And that's so typical of you because you're so humble. I mean, I can almost see you when that email arrived thinking, oh no, I don't deserve this. No, I can't accept this. I can't do this. And also, once you started getting into the fact that you had to get it out there to get the votes, because you are not one to, stroke your own back, to pump your own ego. So this whole thing has been quite a learning curve for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, sure. And they ask, they say it's 50% voting and 50% judge. And they ask, like, you have to promote your nomination. And I thought, okay, is this something that is my time?
And now here she is.
Yeah.
And here she is.
But
Now, listen,
can I just say quickly, because Ashley's going to go. Not only is this this is a nod to you, Marijka, but this is a nod to endurance, and I really feel like our guests need to all jump on right now, stop the podcast, and go and vote, because it finishes on the 12th. Because the more publicity that endurance can get, is a really big deal. So, Marijka, this is thanks to you that endurance is getting some more publicity. So thank you.
No, I think it's cool, and I mean, I'm nominated, but I feel like we are nominated, you know. So
Yeah, the team.
it's nice that so many people try to share it, and some of them, they really made nice posts to give it some attention, and yeah, it's super cool. And I think we got nominated. You know, it's our sport over there.
Okay. Agreed.
that is humble of you. I do agree with you. This is a real pump fist in the air for endurance. So all of you listeners out there, I want you to right now pause this podcast because there is only 1 day left of voting. So I want you to pause this podcast and I want you to go to fei.org and just follow the prompts to vote for Marijka, to vote for our sport of endurance. And many of you, especially around Australia or New Zealand, and some in the rest of the world, have probably heard Marijka's name but haven't known her. After this podcast, you will know her. Even if you don't know her, get on there now and vote, please. Now, Marijka, we have so many questions. Where do we start?
Get yourself
Jolene,
ready.
You start. So many.
Yeah, I'm going to start with my usual end one because I think it's a special one, and I'm going to ask Marijka, who inspires you?
Yeah, so many. So many, but I think working together with Anzak with this is makes the sport for me very special, and like we both like the horses very much, and taking care of these horses and like seeing them grow and getting them fit and then putting them on the trailer, going to the venue, this things, to share this together is very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. He's
So
a
you
pretty
have
cool dude, old Anzac.
Yeah. Yes.
so you've ridden. When did you start riding in endurance? What I can see on your mama, it says 2010, but quite frankly, there's a lot that's not on your mama.
Yeah.
So tell us where you started from.
I think I done my first national ride in 2008, and I think I'm lucky because I met the right people on the right moments. So every time when I was ready to make one more step, the right person was there to help me to get on that step. So 2008, I think I done my first national ride, and 2010 we done our first FEI ride, and that's how it started.
And your success rate has been phenomenal, Marijka, which is a testament to your horsemanship. Not just the riding, but also on the ground. You also have a breeding program. Like you said, you take them, from foals all the way to going to their event on the trailer. So, how did your riding start? Were your parents into the horses?
No, not really. Uh, Even before, I did not like all these girls all the time talking about horses. But
Paris,
when we got a riding school when I was younger in our street where we lived, um, my mom asked me, "Do you like to try?" And, yeah, I like to try. Yeah, I don't know if it was a good idea to start there or not, but I never stopped after that.
what do you think?
And
Um,
my parents are supportive, but they are not horse people, but they follow me, and we like to work with the animals, and so horses came part of us.
and tell us about your farm in Belgium. How many horses do you compete with?
We have about I think like about 17 to 20 horses over here, and not all of them are in work. Some of them are just young or retired, but we have like up to 80 kilometer. I think we have now 15 or 16 horses in work, and yeah, they're doing a
Well,
good job.
That's a lot, hey? You've got over 140 FEI only competitions, Marijka. Can you tell us one of your favourite horses?
My favorite horses.
Just one.
I think
Just tell us one. All.
I mean I have a couple of very special ones, but I think Liza, she's number one.
oh, I knew
I'm
that
glad
the
she.
answer was
I'm
coming.
glad she
Yeah,
brought that up.
yeah.
Yeah, she's the one and
I've
only.
been an absolute fangirl, and I mean that in every sense of the word of Marijka's, ever since you came second at Montpellier at the World Championships. That was a phenomenal ride on Liaza.
Yeah, yeah, she was. I mean, she's little, but she performed big.
Isn't that funny? Like, the big champions that we remember, like Liaza, Nobby, they're all small horses.
Yeah, yeah, they're not big. It's not in the
We get a
size; it's in their mind.
mind. It's a little bit like you, Marijka. It's not in your size; it's in your mind. How tough you are. And of all the events that you've done, Jolene's just touched on how many, and there's been a lot of successes. Which event for you has the most meaning of your successes?
I mean, this last championship is very special, of course, because we got gold and we never had that. That is something very special, and you dream about it, but for some reason you don't expect to get it, So I think this last European Championship was very special. But I think the rides with Liza, the 2 championships I done with her, I learned so much. And at that time, I was nobody. We just started. I just done it because I like what I'm doing, and then you end up on a podium. That was a bit like I didn't care at that time if we have to ride like slow behind for completion. I was happy anyway. So I think those rides they give me a big boost.
Tell us about Chaitana. So that was the horse you rode to gold in the European Championships recently.
Yeah, she Anzak bought her when she was 5 years old, so she's quite long part of the team. And she's very sweet. She's also not very big, but she has a big personality if you riding her. And she is not she's very strong, she has a strong mind, and she's a bit like, she likes to pull on the bit, and she's a bit that mare that knows everything and she don't need you. And
She don't need you.
yeah, she knows the job, just let her go. And it took a bit time with her to find a way that she understands that we know she knows the job, but we also know a little bit what we're doing there, So that took a little bit time, but Anzak, he trained her in Dubai, the first part of her like growing into the sport, and she came a season to Belgium. We done a bit riding over here, and she went back as well. And then before Montpellier, she came back to Belgium, and she is now a mare that knows the job. She's strong, and I rode her a lot in Dubai, but I mostly like got very connected with her here in Belgium, because then we really won together. Because in Dubai it's just we are a little bit with so many horses and with so many around, and here in Belgium it's I'm feeding her every morning, I'm doing her stable, I put her outside, so we got closer together here. And yeah, I think she a little bit accepted maybe if we work together that it can be nice.
And she's quite young. Well, when I say young, she's in her prime. So you've certainly
I think
in
she's
no
in her
way
best years. Yes.
you haven't finished ticking the boxes, have you?
Let's see. I mean, this championship, she was, this was her day. Everything was just perfect on her side, and she ran so strong. Like even after the race and the days after, it didn't look like she raced. She was proud of herself. She didn't lose any body condition. When she arrived at home, she cantered through the paddock like, look at me. So this was super good, and she deserved her holidays, and then when we start her, we will see how she is.
Can you talk us through the last loop of that European Championship, Marijka? Yeah. So whereabouts in the pack did you start from in the last leg, in the last loop?
Yeah, so the last loop, I went out third, I think. And Shetana, she was good. She did eat very well. She drank very well. She recovered good. She looked bright. Our rest area was she was a kind of facing the going out place from the horses, and she was having her head in the bucket, but her ears were watching that gate, so she was very focused and she was happy, so that gave a good feeling. And the when we went out, we catched up quite quickly because we were all close to each other, and it was going out on a long field before you enter the tracks again, so you can see them from far. And she wanted to go, so we hooked on with the front, and it was a very nice group all day. It was a kind of, we made the front group, and we were like, okay, that's it, we have to do the rest of the day together, because end of the day, the first part of your race, you need each other. There's no point to start racing against each other. And this is a little bit how we done the first part of the last loop as well. We came together. You can feel everybody is a bit like, what's the plan? What are we going to do? But nobody had that feeling like, we go stupid, because end of the day, it's 160, it's 20 kilometers, a short loop, but still it's far. And like doing 20 kilometers is okay, but if you start galloping, that's too long. And we were settled, and the horses were good, and we were very quiet, but you can feel it was almost too quiet. Like you feel a bit like what's going to happen, but nobody really wants to do something yet, because it's a hot day. The horses were doing super good, but nobody knows when we have to be there. So it was very quiet, and everybody a little bit front, a little bit behind, easy pace in the way how we were going. The group points, we even walked through it. We didn't do any crazy things. We give the horses time to give them a drink. I mean, you see, everybody's keeping an eye on each other, but if you're still drinking, my horse also can still be drinking. So it was really nice, because I always say, I'm not a very brave rider. I'm always like, I see too much risk. So I like this kind of racing. There is focus, but there's a lot of care for the horses. And we crossed the tracks like the whole day already, a bit up and down. So in this way, we already knew how the last part will look like. On the moment we reaching the last water point, I think it was about 5 kilometer. I think Frans Paul, she was front. She's a French rider. And she looked a bit behind, like, what are we going to do? And I said to her, if it's up to me, I'm happy to let them drink. So again, we stopped at this bucket, but you feel a bit like, who's going now? And these horses, they were like, you serious? We're not going to drink now. So on the moment that none of the horses wanted to drink, we were with 4, 2 French, 1 Spanish, and me and Shetana. And the Spanish went first off that water point, but still nice, because it was on the road. It was a bit downhill. It was not crazy. He went, but with care, and we followed. And on that moment, I'm a kind of alone with Shetana, because there are 2 French riders. I don't know what is their plan. We have a Spanish rider who has a lot of experience, a big strong horse. And then you have like me with Shetana. And we, on that moment, I looked at my watch and I thought, what I do? I'm going to be brave now or what? And on the moment I'm thinking what I'm going to do, Shetana was a bit like, are you serious? We going now. And I give her a bit like, okay, maybe you go, And on the moment I give her that moment to go, she run. She run, and I was a bit like, okay, it's no Shetana time. And I was just holding her, and there it was not a bad track, but it was almost a single track. It was hard to be next to each other over there. You have to cross some bridges. These bridges we done all day quite with care. It was well organized. They put rubber mats on the bridges, not to be slippery. This was good, but still you take care. But Shetana, there was no way from going steady over this. She just fly. And there's some corners, not bad, but there are some corners. But with the speed she was going, these corners were so sharp. And a few times I said to Shatana, you need to slow down a little bit. But she had just one plan. I don't know. She was like, now you just sit. I've been good to you all day, and now is my
You
time.
be quiet.
Yeah.
Mm.
And this is nice because I knew she can do it. And I just have to follow her in that moment. Just don't do anything. Okay, I done a little bit like maybe, we have to slow down a tiny bit, but she done it. And on the moment we turn on to the big field in like straight to the finish line. This is still quite far for a full gallop. And the only thing in my head is we need to recover on the end as well. I mean, I know she has a power and she wants to go, but we have a recovery and she needs to stay sound and I don't want to hurt her. So on this moment, I'm the one like almost too much thinking. And Svetlana felt very powerful. On the moment we come on the field, I thought we are with 4. We enter the field at first. I thought I let one horse come next to me. And I took the reins a bit with me, and Shatana was accepting on that moment, as if she said, okay, you cut with me, now we're going to do this last part together. This was really nice. On the moment, one horse came next to me. This was Frans Paul. She's a super good rider. She has a very nice horse. And these 2 mares, they start galloping together, noses next to each other, and then you going next to each other, and when is the moment you say, okay, let's go, but it's still far, and the mares are going strong, and we coming closer by, and then when I look next to me, I see Frans Paul with her reins open, and she's
Whoa.
like going, but on that moment I'm still holding. So
Yep.
then I thought, okay, Shatana, let's go. And on the moment I give her a little bit, it's like the rest behind you is standing still. She went. And yeah,
What a
she did
thrill.
amazing. Yeah, she was so good and she was happy and so strong. And when I looked behind, I seen, they were like, far, and I could start taking her back already before the finish line, which was good because I don't like my finish photos because I'm hanging on Shatana. But I was already far before the finish line trying to stop her because I think otherwise we will go straight into the trotting line. Yeah, she was happy. She was ready for it and she was feeling good. She was super strong. So yeah, it was, I mean, the golden medal is super cool, but to do it in this way, it's just amazing.
Oh, 100%, because you actually had such a good field of competition, and right up until the end, they were your competitors, and you won the race. You
Yeah.
didn't win it because of an accident to somebody else or some bad luck to somebody else.
Yeah,
there was
this is
3 top competitors pushing you, and you pulled it off.
yeah. No, this was it was a very, very nice competition, and Shatana was super good, but this competition also we had just a beautiful group of riders around us, and if you take care all day with each other of each other's horses, even you competing with each other, not against each other, the first part, and this kept the horses like happy and fresh, and this was, yeah, it was really the way how you like to play these games. It was really nice.
And it was your first gold. How
Yeah.
did it feel standing on that podium? Did you feel the celebration? Or were you kind of removed from it? Like, talk me through what was happening in your head when you achieved that goal.
Yeah, to be honest, I like to win, but then the next thing is like, oh, now I have to go on this podium.
Yeah,
I don't like this part. This is not my department. But
yeah.
because I'm on Shatana or on the horse, and this is like a super special moment, but you cannot reach there without anybody around you. So they should make it that we go with the whole team on there, not only the rider. But no, it is very special, and yeah, I said before, like, you always start with this in your mind, but on the moment it's really happening. You're like, what? Did it, we won it? So yeah, it is very special.
Is that a little bit like that imposter syndrome? Did you kind of feel a bit like that? Like, like an out of body feeling that that's you up there getting the gold medal?
Yeah, sure. No, I mean, we got twice silver, which was already or is already very special. And the one get gold is like that's the winner. I can look at them like, wow, look at you. I mean, I'm standing next to you, and now I was the one over there. And yeah, sure, this is something very special.
You have anything you want to ask about that before I move on, Jolie?
Oh, I just want to ask all the things.
All the things. Yeah.
All the things.
I want to touch on what Marijka alluded to, and you and I have had this talk already with Marijka, but Marijka's just talked about looking after each other during the race and everybody looking after their horses. And there is a word that comes to mind, and that's etiquette. And I just wonder, Marijka, whether you can talk to us about, the accepted etiquette when you're in that front pack and you're all running together, like the do's and the don'ts.
Yeah, I mean, when we are starting early in the morning and you have this long distance ahead of you, I think the first thing we're doing is making sure these horses are comfortable and we are comfortable and they are settled, and they will not make it when they have to run all day alone, so we need each other. And I think there are this, how you say that, like this unwritten rules that when one is in front running and we all line up behind that, which is very helpful for the horses, I think, because it makes them quiet. There are no horses next to them where they want to race against, and we all line up, but there's then one horse in the front doing all the work. And I think you have this unwritten thing that after like some distance, you start changing with each other and you give that front horse a bit rest and move back. And when there are water points, you give time to give your horse a drink. But the horses that are a little bit behind and have no place to put their nose in the bucket, you give them also a couple of seconds to have some sips before you canter off. I think in this way, there is competition, but we first just enjoying our ride, and I think that
Okay,
hmm?
so there's a big difference between somebody else from within the pack coming to take a turn at the lead. There's a difference between that and a person coming to the lead to speed up the race. Am I right in thinking that?
Yeah, sure. And I mean, everybody who starts has their own plans. And some of they're very brave and they have a plan. They know their horses very well. And maybe they will play around a little bit with the front group and see who will keep there, or we will stop and say this is going too crazy for me. But for example, the championship we had, everybody knows that the ground is very hard, the temperature is hot, it's a long way, so the front is the front, and we not there was nobody trying to get this front smaller. We just said, okay, that's it, we're going to deal with this group, and we will see through the day how the race is going. And yeah, if you have out there someone is with a different plan and knows their horse very well and things can play the game different, you get a completely different kind of race.
How different was that feeling in that front pack in comparison to how it felt at the World Championship in France?
Oh yeah, this is completely different. Yeah, no, yeah, sure. And in Montpellier, they we have their World Championship, so we have different riders in the front as well, and there was a different a different mindset. I think they are very brave and they know the horses well. These horses are like top level horses, and they are not scared, and they go. And they had a different plan, and that was just running, like just running, like I felt like we were just running, and we see what we have left on the end. And the European Championship this year, I felt like we are running with horses, with a plan, but not crazy. And we will see on the last loops how things are. And yeah, Montpellier, it was a different mentality in the front, surely.
So did it almost feel like upside down, like they were feeling to it in the first couple of weeks and then trying to move their horses to the end?
Yeah, sure. And I don't have to be bad. It can be brave, but the type of rider I am, I liked the last ride we had. It felt more. It's a bit safer, and maybe it's not like a, how you say that, a competition where you really like brave and fight with each other. But we do that, and with some horses, I mean, with Shatana, we run in Montpellier, and she just give everything, and she was perfect, and she done very well. But on those moments, I'm more scared.
Yeah, it's a scary thing when you are on a horse that you just care deeply about. Those thoughts in your mind about, are you pushing too hard? Are you not pushing hard enough? I've still got to get the heart rate down at the end. And also when you're out there, correct me if I'm wrong, Marijka, but you're not just riding for yourself, are you? You're riding for your team. And when I say your team, I mean the crew that you have to take the horse back to fix whatever it is you've done, and in the back of your mind, you've got that awareness of what they have to fix when you come back in.
Yeah. No, sure.
And yeah. So tell us about your team that you've got fixing your horse when you come back in.
Yeah, so we Ansuk always comes with me, of course. I have my dad. He's most of the time with me. Then I have Crystal. Crystal, I learned almost everything from. She's kind of my second mom, and she been European champion in 2005, and she teach me all the beginnings of how to train the horses and to ride, and she support me from day one. So she's most of the time with me, and then I have some, like we have a lot of like young kids and girls that likes to come with me, and I have Puck on this moment a lot with me. She's she likes the sport, and she likes to come and help me, and she knows the horses as well. So she comes to a lot of races with us, and it's nice because these people, we know each other, they know the horses, and then everybody knows the job, and that makes the whole team work well.
Marijka,
I like Puck.
Yeah, Puck's cool. Marijka,
like
seeing
Puck.
as you've ridden everywhere, what's your next big goal?
My mom the other day asked me this, and then I said, I just got gold. Can I just happy with a moment with this? I mean, this was always the big goal, and now I got this one. But no, I mean, let's see if we can do one more time something on the World Championship. That will be really cool. I don't know if it will be the coming one, because I think this is going to be a very tough one. But maybe one day we can make it one more time to do something good on a World Championship. But I think
maybe you'll come back to the Tom Quilty.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I remember when you were in Australia and you were trotting in an 80-kilometer, and you were so exhausted from all the trotting.
Yeah, I was shocked because it was so kind of fast, and the way how they were riding, I was like, oh my god, this is like high level, full speed trotting. Yeah, it was a good experience. But no, I think I mean I like good results, but I really like when you can
Create
do
a
over
champion.
and over again. I don't need to be all the time on the podium, but if you keep bringing back the same horses that can reach to a bit older age and they keep performing well, I think this is something I
That
like the
gets
most. It's not that one moment result, it's that result that keep coming back. This is
Yeah.
what I like the most.
Can you tell our listeners one secret tip that you can't do without? Like maybe a piece of tack or something you can't go to a rod without, or
Uh, okay, Azuk is going to laugh about this because he thinks it's stupid when I'm saying this. But if it's about riding, I will never ride long distance with one single layer of my trouser. I always wear double layer.
I like it.
Is
Every
that
rider's
because
got
of?
something different. Some will
Is that
not like change their socks or change their lucky underpants, or you need 2 pairs of
Yeah,
pants.
yeah, no,
is that
because
because of
if you get
rubs?
yeah, because if you get like the reps, you're not comfortable on the horse, and then maybe you start moving your weight a bit, and I hate that. I feel like on the horse you need to be fit and perfect, and the horse is not allowed to feel anything from your discomfort. So this is one of the things I will not start without a second layer. You need to wear 2 layers.
I like it. That's good.
I have had the absolute honour of meeting Liaza, and Jolene, you spent a little bit of time last year with Chaitana, so I'm a bit jealous of that. Yeah. So tell me what you thought of Chaitana, Jolene.
Me? I think she's
Yeah.
amazing. I think she got robbed that day because of a badly run race. And I wish the race had been ridden better so that she could have more power in the last loop instead of wasting so much in the mud early on. But it is what it is, and hopefully she's had her day now, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
No, that was.
in Montpellier, it was also, I mean, it was our choice to keep running with them. But the thing is, if you have a team and you go for a team result, it's a different racing plan than when you alone and individual. I mean, end of the day, there's only 3 places individual, and we we tried, and we just
Absolutely.
were not fast enough for the last part. And maybe if we had a bit different plan and stayed a bit more behind and didn't run with them, maybe she had we had a little bit more left on the end. But then we also don't know, maybe we would have finished still the same place. So we tried
Oh,
that
exactly.
day.
Yeah, you did try. That's the main thing. Yeah,
Do
you
you think
did.
it makes it harder being, alone? Is it a
Yeah,
bit
sure.
easier if you've got team members running with
Yeah.
you, or?
No, sure. No, this I am alone, always running front, and I have we have a very nice team in Netherlands, but we are small. We don't have so many top level horses, and I like with my teammates that everybody is running with like the maximum of their
Their
horses,
horse.
which is
Yep.
not always, it's not always like running in the front, but they finish with the best they can, which is good. But that means everybody is individual, having a plan in this group, and that mean you're alone, and this can be difficult. Yeah, because like for example the Spanish team and the French, they're very strong, they have a plan, they can help each other, they can support each other, and that helps. And if you're alone, you're running against
Tell me,
everybody.
Marijka, does your chef decide that at a world championship?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. I mean, she has knowledge, and she can read like the horses, and I mean, we know a bit who is where in the competition, and she will
Mhm.
try to understand each horse as much she can to
Place
make
them.
a good plan
Mm.
for the race. And but it's not that she decides, we do it together.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the one has a bit little bit less experience. She will help them to make a good choice. And for example, if we have a plan, she let me do our plan. She trusts
Yeah.
that side. You
That's
do your
really
thing.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's really
this is
good from a
nice.
chef, and I hope other countries listen to that. They can't all be France.
Well,
Yeah, sure.
I had a look last month, I think it was, at all of the horses that are qualified as combinations for running the World Championships at Alula. And so far, and we've got to keep in mind that we're only halfway through the French season, not even halfway. The French have 29 qualified combinations, 29
Mm.
already. So if you can imagine them picking 5 horses out of 29, the chances of those 5 horses being able to run for a medal are pretty high.
Yes.
Whereas if you take the Netherlands or Australia or New Zealand, where there are, look, I'm just going to pull a number out of the air here. Let's just say that at the end of next year, the middle of next year, that Australia has 10 horses combinations qualified. It's a hard ask, isn't it, to compete against someone, or to be expected to compete as if you were the French. And I'm really liking what Marijka's saying about her Netherlands team, that everybody is
Right to the
trusted
best
by
of
their
their
chef.
ability. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So has your chef ever said to you, Marijka, I want you to slow down because we're a bit nervous and we just want to finish as a team?
Um, no, not no. I mean, we are not a team like that. I mean, she is. She trusts us. She knows me very well. I know her very well, and she knows we not. I think we, we make a plan with the whole team, and everybody has their place, and she knows that we will do what is best to do. So if we slow down or speed up or whatever, she will. Like
Trust.
if I have any, if I have anything, I'm not sure what's best to do. We look at the results, we check the horses, and we can talk about. And we have like my team and our chef and our team vet. We can make a decision in like all together, but it's not someone saying you have to do this or you have to do that. We do it together because end of the day the riders knows the best their own horses. The team vet can see how the horses like looking, and she has a good overall view of who is where in which position and how much risk you should take. For example, we had Carmen Reumer is our second finisher from our team, and she done a very fast last loop in the last championship. But she got green light from everybody. Like the horse looked well. She knows. She felt like she can do it. They trust her that she knows what she's doing because she has enough experience. And everybody like our chef, she knows if she does a good job over there, it can help to bring our team a bit up. So in this way, we talk about the risks we having, but end of the day, it's a team decision. It's not one person is saying you have to do this or you have to do that. And this works well. This is nice.
That's very cool.
That's good. And you touched on when Jolene asked you, what's next for you. You said maybe not the next World Championships because you said it would be hard. Can you tell us what your thoughts are about the track for the next World Championship at Alula and the conditions? You've ridden there many times. So can you
Not
talk
many
us through
times, but I mean, the place is, I don't know, it's magic over there. It's so beautiful. But it's not easy.